think individuals are realizing that they've already lost, but the only thing that wakes them up in the morning is acting as if they are still part of some battle that's going on around them. They're still doing heavy illusions, okay? So ACS, Miss Lynette Hall, was not able to actually make the appointment. She didn't even communicate with me. She didn't do nothing. You know, I have written documentation to show that I reached out to her to see what was going on and things like that. And Miss Lynette Hall had her phone off, so I filed a complaint. I also filed a complaint against ACS, okay? So if you're a parent who has been victimized by the ACS, but you know you're a victor, well, share your story. I don't care what happened. It's time for you to take the necessary steps to heal so that you can get victory for what ACS has done and is not doing. Okay? Because a lot of people who work for ACS are caught up in a lot of scandals. And it's easier to hide their hands behind the fact that they work for ACS, because the average individual, you know, isn't used to someone, isn't used to ACS getting this justice, okay? They're used to ACS, throwing stones, hiding their hands and being like, oh yeah, no one's gonna know that we did that. No one's gonna know. No, ACS got a whole bunch of scandal, baby. And a lot of these people, they have work for ACS, don't have accountability. They're in the victim mindset, and they're insecure and highly envious and jealous. So what they'll do is they'll project their shortcomings into someone who triggers the hell out of them. And then what can you expect? You'll be wondering why your case is a bit much more difficult than others, okay? If you an ain't shit parent, they like, hell yeah, get the child back to them. Because the ain't shit parent ain't asking no questions. If you the parent that's asking questions, these people, they may not even like each other, but they will link up because they want to take you down. They'll try to ostracize you, pull you apart. They'll try to say you this, they'll try to say you that. And so I filed a complaint against Ms. Hall. In fact, the person, the number of the person, 917, but you know what, I'm trying, they wouldn't even give me their name. And so at 5 p.m., I sent Miss Lynette Hall this following message. Always tell your assistant coverage to use this number only. This is in documentation. I also sent it 12:05 p.m. It's 12:03 p.m. and your phone is still off. And you set the visit up. There is no communication whatsoever. Documented Wednesday, February 23rd, 2022, 12:05 p.m. Okay, so she got a report filed against her for denying a visit. And I'm trying to think of the person's name, because this person that was supposed to be covering the visit for her is somebody that she been using to game stalk me with. I ain't crazy. So I'm just like, at this point, like, okay, you gonna do what you gonna do, boo. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. And so the person went above and beyond to disrespect my boundaries. When I said, hey, use the phone number for communications. They try to make it seem, like you know how when a narcissist just doesn't listen to a goddamn thing you say, and then they try to paint the narrative to others. That person is just doing too much. They're just a little bit too extremely sensitive for their own good. I say, hey, I got boundaries, and you don't respect boundaries, okay? I'm filing a complaint against you too. I don't know your name yet, but I'm about to file a complaint, okay? And because you don't respect boundaries, I'm not working with you. Find the replacement. You won't do. And if the replacement doesn't respect the boundaries I set in place, well, another complaint will be filed. And the person never gave me their name. They just went ghost. What I'm noticing is every time I'm calling one of these bitches out, whatever the fuck it is they doing, they don't want to say nothing, but it's always a competition with them to see who's smarter. I gotta checkmate them. Ain't nobody got time for that. In fact, what was Miss Hall really up to? We got Forest of Tears, we got Wild Winds, and Spiritual Journey. She was getting that ass beat. She ain't had no goddamn appointment. I told Miss Lynette Hall, you in an abusive relationship. She was like, no, I'm not. You shouldn't know that. Let me write down on the paper that you're crazy. Honey, you in an abusive ass relationship. In fact, as of 24 hours ago, it picked up to you actually getting physically beat. So you couldn't come in and do the visit because you're trying to recuperate from getting your ass beat. I should have known that, Miss Lynette Hall. I shouldn't know that. Oh, wow. And she wanted somebody to take pity on that ass. Well, I didn't call and answer because of such and such. No, honey, you should have had the decency to be honest with yourself. And because it got to this point where I'm having to air your business out, I've been in an abusive relationship. Okay, you have to take the initiative to walk away from it. If you don't, that ass gonna get beat. And because karmics are getting worse and worse, Miss Lynette Hall, it's only gonna get worse. You try to leave, that person is willing to kill you, okay? Abuse has gotten much worse since COVID happened. A lot of people are emotionally unstable and mentally unstable, sociopathic, okay? So if you try to leave an abusive relationship now and you can't even be honest with yourself, you more than likely are going to be stuck and trapped in that relationship, or somebody will kill you before you get out of it, okay? So, at the end of the day, Miss Hall, you was getting that ass beat. This Forest of Tears tells me you was getting that ass beat. Wild Winds tells me you didn't know what the fuck was going on and how the argument started. Honey, you got gaslighted. And when I see spiritual journey, this tells me that a karmic is getting a fucking wake-up call that, knock, knock, karma's here to humble that ass, okay? I want to thank karma for humbling me, because at the end of the day, I feel like with as much trauma as I have experienced, I could have became like everybody who bullied me. I am my own checks and balance. Actually, I'm gonna take that back. I got my ancestors. I got like basically a spiritual team keeping me in checks and balances today. I went to the lake today. Was the most greatest thing ever. I just sat in silence and I started to notice some stuff about my childhood, okay? I discovered my mother raped me as a young child because I didn't want to pay her ass no attention. She was one of those pick-me bitches. Pay attention to me. And so my mother molested me because she didn't like the fact that I didn't want to pay attention to her. Okay? So I'm at the point now where I'm just like, okay, I'm starting to understand things. There was a lady who was trying to get my attention. She had a dog. She wanted to use a dog to get my attention. I'm starting to get, look, just because you put it out like, look at me, I don't have to pay you attention. Ain't nobody taking shit from me. Ain't nobody taking my attention. So get out into nature, y'all, like for real. It's very healing. It's going to unblock your throat chakra, especially if you go by a lake. You know what I'm saying? You know, when the lake talks, listen. Shut the hell up and listen. All right? But basically, I'm going to wrap this up because if Miss Lynette Hall and everybody that's fucking around don't, do what you need to do, filing a fucking lawsuit on all y'all goddamn asses. You can barely pay your goddamn rent now. You're going to end up in the fucking shelter system to really be humbled. That shelter system will humble you. Even I know I could go back in the shelter system if I get my head too biggity. Money comes and goes. But, being accountable is how you maintain your groundedness. And I've been dealing with some unaccountable motherfuckers who just want to win at all costs. Been doing death threats towards me. So when I call their asses out, they like, you doing too much. You talk too much. No, I'm your fucking wake-up call. Get your shit together. Just because you're afraid that your children don't want shit to do with you, you're not going to put fear in my heart that this is the only time you have a visit. No, baby. I'm not not going to accept your scraps. If you already got a vendetta against me and you trying to repress your emotions about it, you more than likely gonna take it out in paperwork. So that's why I said I'm not working with the bitch. I don't know if it was masculine or feminine, but it felt like some distorted, perverted ass energy. They got a whole lot of perverts working in ACS. Lawyers, they got a whole lot of perverted ass people working in ACS, okay? So, Lynette Hall, if you and your team don't get it together, you ain't gonna have a roof over your head because I'm gonna take every goddamn thing from you. Do you understand? And if you think that man gonna stop putting his hands on you, whether you pregnant or not, Lynette Hall, he only gonna get motherfucking worse. Okay? And if you try to take that shit out on me, I'm going to make you feel worse by bringing your business up even more on my social platform. Do you understand? Anybody who doesn't understand boundaries is getting aired the fuck out. Okay, so without further ado, let's understand how are your boundaries changing things for you. Let's do this. There was a lot of cards. We got wild winds. Do not underestimate the power of the wind. Even a small soft breeze make changes, okay? We got karmic debt and we got spiritual journey. So how are your journey? How is your boundaries changing things? People being forced to pay that karmic debt. Right when people start thinking of sabotaging you because they do not like that you set boundaries, well, the wild winds come in, okay? You never know where the wind's gonna blow. The wind can be hot and turn cold. The wind can be cold and turn hot. Okay? You never know how the wind gonna blow. So you have to be mindful of what you put out will come your way. So this is why I hold myself accountable. I'm expressing myself authentically because I'm at this place where I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I used to be the person who would try to acquiesce to what others what needed from childhood so they would not abuse me. You know, as a child, having your mother molest you because she wants your attention, and what finally stops it is because she starts losing money and she got to work her ass off. You start to really understand that you have to have boundaries as a child. It's important for parents to teach their children boundaries. Okay? I understand the importance of having boundaries now because my mother did not allow me to have boundaries so she could get all up in my vagina. Now, this sound whatever, but I understand the importance of boundaries because my mother would not let me have boundaries. So I was scared as hell to set boundaries with people because if my own mother molested me because I didn't want her attention because it was toxic, I thought everybody else would do it. So my journey of learning boundaries was a scary ass one. So when I started talking to these ACS motherfuckers, and I was just at the place where I was like, yo, y'all gonna stop fucking around. I'm gonna be honest, a part of me was scared because the community I come from, the bloodline I come from, normally cringes when they think of the ACS. They think of we need to act this way, we have to do this, we have to sound a certain way. No, the fuck you don't. Be your own goddamn self. Be authentic, okay? It doesn't matter how you look. How do you give back to your community? Are you walking around angry? Are you walking around sad, upset? Or are you putting out positive energy? I put out nothing but positive energy. So I finally got to a place where I was like, I don't give a flying fuck what these people say or think about me. I'm going to do me. In fact, I was afraid to even dye my hair. I was afraid to wear outfits I wanted to wear for quite a long time because I was afraid that people would see me and judge me and say, well, it's going to happen. Okay, it's the last days for karmic individuals, all right? I'm not really Christian or anything, but I started thinking about the Bible story of Noah. Noah was told to build an ark. Now, Noah had a family. Noah had all he needed to build the ark, okay? Noah was on his rise to some kind of power, and people didn't want him to have power in the first place. So they tried to find any and everything to pinpoint Noah and make him feel bad. Well, Noah had to work through an insecurity of how people viewed him. I mean, was blessed with the resources to build an ark, but building an ark in a town where people like, why you building that boat, yo? Can I get on it? No. Noah had to set boundaries. I can imagine Noah in the beginning kind of like, I'm just building something for a passion project, and people like, well, can I get on it? And he's like, no, it's not ready for it, and I got to set certain standards and boundaries. And Noah had to learn to set boundaries. Noah had to learn to be okay if people said, I don't like that you're saying no to me, and I'm going to try to sabotage you because of it. Noah had to accept that. People was already trying to sabotage him. So when God gave Noah this assignment, it was to humble Noah as well. And I can totally relate to this, So here Noah is building an ark, okay? His wife, went from being, everybody being smiling in her face to, what's your husband doing? And she's like, honey, what are you doing? I'm building an ark. Why are you building an ark? And I can imagine for a while, Noah did not feel comfortable being like, well, God told me to build this ark, so I'm building it. I don't really know why I'm doing it, but I'm healing from it, and I like the way it feels. I'm pretty sure there was a time where Noah was like, you know what? Explaining his journey. Yeah, I have a relationship with God, and God told me to build the ark. Well, because Noah's spirituality really triggered a lot of people because they were disconnected from their divinity, and they did not like that Noah had supplies, for what everything, all of Noah's needs were met, okay? His wife turned against him. His wife tried to turn the children against him. She wouldn't even let the children help him build the ark. Okay? But imagine, God gives you tests. God may say, how much do you trust me? Noah's like, I trust you 100%. And so God could have told Noah, tell him it's going to rain today. And Noah could have been like, it's going to rain today, y'all. Hoping this would get people off his back, but it didn't rain. I really feel like Noah had conversations with God, like, God, why did you tell me to say that? Well, God could have asked him, how do you feel? How did you feel when you told the people it's going to rain? Noah had to be honest. I felt good at the time because it would got them off my back, only to discover it didn't get them off my back, and I just felt embarrassed. I felt so embarrassed after it didn't rain. And God could have asked him, why do you feel embarrassed? And Noah could have been like, because I care what these people think about me. You know what keeps a lot of people from setting boundaries is because we care what people think about us. So Noah had to work his way through, he had to work through a lot of insecurities while building it because he didn't have a lot of support. The townspeople used his wife to turn his children against him. And his children had to make a choice of their own. Am I going to go up against my dad? Am I going to go up against really myself, my divinity? and give into a whole town of fucking idiots who are just highly jealous of our family. Like, you can't even imagine the type of spiritual warfare that Noah was under. And then when Noah finally learned humility, he had to keep hammering away. You know, he had to keep, and people tried to break into this thing. Noah had to learn how to set up security on his ark. Noah had to learn to set boundaries in every way possible. So when Noah finally finished, people were so upset that he got that thing out, but they wouldn't tell him this is beautiful. They wouldn't see the art. They didn't appreciate the artwork that Noah brought to the town. There was so much attention put on Noah for building an ark. All people wanted to do was be a part of it, but they didn't actually want to help. They wanted to ostracize Noah because they wanted to get what Noah had. So when Noah worked through, no, I'm not gonna allow you to do this, okay? You're not getting access to my ark. I'm feeling like, even though the Bible said his wife was on the ark, I'm feeling like his wife wasn't there. I'm also feeling like Noah possibly had a new wife by this time. I'm also feeling as if it took a long time to build this ark. And over the time it took to build this ark, his children went through a lot of phases and things like that, to when, you know, they had to learn to accept it doesn't matter what people say about me. What's important is that I honor myself wholeheartedly and speak my truth. So you might be going through a phase where you're on your north node, you know, and you might be thinking, I thought it would be a little bit different. You might be, you know, having to learn to retrust again. People having walked away from people, you know, wanting to keep certain relationships. And this is where you're just being asked to surrender to the process. Whoever's supposed to be with you on your journey is going to be with you on your journey. It's not going to be something where you have to feel like, oh my gosh, man, it's so hard to make friends out here. No, whoever's supposed to be with you on your journey gonna be with you on your journey. Okay? The people that's supposed to end up in your life is when the whole wide world was calling you crazy for answering your call. They was just like, look, keep doing what you're doing. It may be a few of us here, but it's not strength in numbers. It's strength in quality, not quantity. So I feel like you're learning to accept quality at a deeper level into your life, okay? The quality of you. You might even be at a place now where you're challenging some old systems that have been set in place. Even if the system is with people in the system, you're learning to be like, okay, I need to be consistent about this thing. And you're starting to notice that it went from people, oh my gosh, you are so cute, to people like, because you got boundaries. And it's important for you to understand that these boundaries is keeping people that don't need to be in your life away from you, and it's attracting abundance, okay? Boundaries attracts abundance. Think about a foolish man who could have won the lottery, right? And people would say that it's such a miracle to win the lottery. Anyone can win the lottery. You just got to know how it's played. You know what I'm saying? You got to trust your intuition. By the way, a karmic is going to be dying soon. A karmic who been going above and beyond to fuck with you, because you're like learning to give into the process of life. The winds of change. Do not underestimate wind. Because they're refusing to learn their lesson, they're gonna be dying soon. Somebody that wanted to be like you so bad, they started sabotaging you. But yes, but before they go, They gonna give you what's yours. They already having dreams of it. And God is saying, own up to what you did. They like, nah, I got a lot to lose, bruh. This person's still trying to gang stalk you, send people your way, trying to stop your healing journey. So the winds of change have picked up for them, baby. And they're experiencing a lot of death. And the people that they thought was their friends, just sitting back watching like, I know what you're going through, but we all going through it, and you gotta figure out a way to get through it. So these people are basically, here we go with boundaries. These people don't have boundaries. They care what everybody thinks. So because they don't want to set boundaries, they're gonna end up dying. But before they end up dying, they're gonna offer you what they took from you, and it's gonna be very healing for you. And it's going to happen when a tower moment is happening in your life. And you're going to realize that you are on your north node, okay? So we go back to boundaries. How is it that you can attract wealth? Okay, so a foolish man wins a lottery, okay? Anyone can win the lottery. He may think, I'll just get me a house on the hill away from the world. Energetically, he could be tied to a lot of codependent people who are emotionally and mentally manipulating him. So what happens when this man gets all this money? He starts to really see who's for him. For some of y'all karmics is going to win a lot of money quite fast. Don't think, oh my gosh, they about to be worse. Nah. See, what happens when you win fast money and you don't have boundaries? And we already live in a world where people willing to kill to have their basic needs met. And you don't have boundaries. Yeah, so some of your karmics might get like a windfall of money, only so they can be defeated very easily. Don't take it personal. The money you're attracting is long-term money, free of karmics. The money they're attracting has death written on it. Okay? This is some karma, you know, like the wild winds of change. It can seem like things are going bad so consistently for so long. I'm about to start cooking too, and just cooking and talking. And then what happens? Think about it, you know, on a deeper level. What happens when, that's a beautiful sky. I didn't see it from that angle. What happens when you're taking the necessary actions to learn how to manage legacy wealth versus the idiot who wants quick money? Well. Somebody who gets quick money and don't have boundaries, well, somebody gonna die that way. And don't fret like, oh my gosh, they're gonna get this and that. No, baby. This lottery that they about to win is like a death lottery. Okay? I know this sounds, some of you might say that's pretty heavy. That's pretty dark. No. If you on your north node, you have won the lottery of life, okay? But if you are in your south node and you refusing to break the cycle, you won the lottery of death. Now, because a lot of people want what the chosen ones have, if you chosen, you naturally attract wealth, but you attract legacy wealth, right? So if somebody gets quick money and they don't have the foundation to keep and maintain that money, you got to think long term, right? Let me see. Yeah. I'm glad that so, ooh, that's a lot. Ooh, that ain't enough. You know what? Garlic is one of them things you could just. There's never too much garlic, or maybe it is. I'm about to find out. But yeah. But somebody about to win a small, large lump sum of money. It could, and when I say win, I don't mean they're gonna actually win the lottery. I mean they just might literally get a small, large lump sum of money. And for someone in particular, it's gonna happen in front of some karmics that they use to help gain stock you with, okay? And these people and the people that's gonna see them win this money, they don't, already don't want these people to know about their money. They gonna try to be like, why did it happen like this? See, these karmics, and something tell me you know who it is. This karmic that I'm thinking about, and the image of the person gonna come to you, because you know who it is. They may want to scratch off, maybe $250. But you'll be surprised. Karmic's so desperate for money, their addictions picked up too. Everybody got different addictions. There's nothing wrong. As long as you do what you need to do to get, to balance everything out, you good. But this karmic I'm picking up, ooh, it's pistachio. Oh yeah. Yes! This one is gonna be like, God damn, why I win this in front of you? Because they do not know how to set boundaries. They are easily manipulated and emotionally manipulated by the person they gonna win this money in front of. And there's gonna be, what I'm picking up, there's gonna be a lot of hostility between these people. So, because these karmics gonna have went from trying to understand why is it I've been having such a hard time attracting money, because they didn't take the time to learn the life lessons, to why did I win this money in front of this person? Okay? So I remember back in the day when I used to get money and I'd be around some karmics and stuff. Okay. The people I was around, their eyes would get big. They would be like, you got money? That's what's gonna happen with the person they're gonna be around. They're gonna be like, so let's create a budget. And the person that they with has an addiction, okay? All right? Addiction can be manipulation. So I told you, narcissists are attracting their own kind, okay? Because narcissists attracting their own kind. And empaths being moved out the war zone. These karmas gonna help destroy each other. All right? For example, the one with the addiction might know some dangerous people to get certain things. And the one who's trying to hold on to what little money they got don't realize how vindictive the one trying to take their money is. This person been planning and plotting against you to take your stuff, and after having a dry spell for quite a long time, they can win a little bit of money in front of the wrong person. See, every time they win something, it's gonna be in front of that person, the wrong people. All right? So a karmic of yours is about to win a small, large lump sum of money after a dry spell, only to have the person or people that they gang stalk you with take it from them. And for some of them, they're gonna be like, no, please let me have something for myself. These karmics don't give a flying fuck. They like, Your money, my money, bitch. That's why you need to break codependency, okay? Let's also look at what happens when you set boundaries. I love pistachios, you know. I was craving sweets. And these pistachios just kind of, you know, did it for me. But yeah, one of the karmas that you know, they're gonna win a large lump sum of money only to put their life in danger. Because the karmas that they use to gang stalk you, gonna kill them for it. We got Rise and Ivy. So, some people, so I'm picking up two messages from this, and we got Spirit of the East. Your past is watching you rise. Past friends, stalkerish ass sociopathic people who trying to hide their identity, but they don't understand that they being watched as well. What happens when you a stalker and you don't even know you being stalked yourself? You wind up in the hands of a predator much worse than you. Interesting, right? So your stalkerish ass sociopathic past, who don't like when you speak the truth and they grow more hatred for you, they watching. But also, what's taking place? Your karmic past is watching you because they ain't got no real friends. And you the only friend they had, and their ass is lonely. But they not gonna reach out to you, because every time they see you, they see how fake and phony their ass is, you know? So, you got some pretty good boundaries if you're watching this. But your fake ass, phony past, wondering, what can I do to break down your boundaries? The only reason they do that to you is because they don't got no boundaries. And the people close to them who friends breaking their boundaries down. Like, your fake phony past, it feels like they don't know who they are. They're afraid to be around other people. They try to make up excuses. They try to make it seem like they're working a lot, but they're actually losing money. Somebody might be losing a house too. And they might be losing a home. And they won't help. But they know not to tell the people that they talk shit about you to they need help. Because the people that they tell they need help to gonna what? Abuse and exploit that ass. So your past, a past friend who walked away from you is watching you. Like right now, I got a stalkerish ass person named Miss Smith watching me. Boy, she ain't got a mind of her goddamn own. She copy everything I do. In fact, Miss Smith has she has recently been diagnosed with some mental health issues. So some of your past, some of your past gonna be trying to come in like somebody that they ain't. Don't fall for it. Realize they're talking shit about you behind your back. And they getting basically eaten alive by the people that they gang stalked with. Why is it that when you start eating pistachios, you just keep going? Now, when I first got these pistachios, I had long nails on and stuff. But now that I ain't got no nails on, it's nice to just, you know. Hold on, I'm getting to it. So when you set boundaries, Your past can't get back in. But also, your past attracts their own kind. So you remember how you felt when your past hurt you? You remember how you felt when your past hurt you? You know that however you felt, that's how your past feeling times 10. So they sneaky manipulative asses will try to figure out how to get back in. They'll be studying new forms of psychology. They'll be studying new forms of psychology to up the ante of their narcissistic tactics. They'll be doing if you were the first person in your friend group to get into magic, they gonna have gotten into magic, the dark side of it, binding magic, things like that. What is it? You just okay, so thank you for God for pistachios. Like, I'm cooking some black eyed peas right now. It don't take long for me to cook black eyed peas and things like that, but wow. Like, my brain feels healthier when I eat pistachios. Like, I feel like I can think clear. No, it don't got nothing to do with the science. It's just people. You know, there's a lot of smart people and things like that. You know what I mean? It's what they choose to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's smart. The beautiful thing about being a human is you choose what you're gonna do with your free will. But the beautiful thing about being a human is that you can learn self-discipline. And you can learn self-discipline. You got to train your mind like a Marine. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to have self-discipline if nobody else got it. So everybody's smart. It's all just how people use it. For example, I use my intelligence to expose narcissists. Because a lot of empaths have been misled. Dang, is good. A lot of empaths have been misled. So I just, help empaths understand how the psychological and emotional body works together. If the emotional body's off balance, then it's easy to be psychologically manipulated. However, if you can take the time to master your own emotional body, as well as understand how your psyche works, you are narcissist proof. Okay, you are a narcissist's worst nightmare. See, you know what you're doing. But let me have some self-discipline and stop. I'm gonna eat these. I got 4. And now I'm gonna go back into the cars. But yeah, I'm picking up on the karmic who about to come into a small windfall of money in front of the wrong people. It's a karma that's been planning and plotting to get your money. I'm glad you have the boundaries, girl. Boundaries are important. Okay. So discipline. Shit, okay, I'm done. Self-discipline. So, when I'm picking up the sacred temple, a karmic, it could be anybody who try to keep you from seeing how precious you are. They're trying to come in through the back door, act like, oh my gosh, I love you, and let's rebuild again. So this Ivy card represents friendship, but this person, anywho, So we ain't getting too much into that because honestly, karmics attracting karmics. Let them attract karmics, okay? If you high vibrational and you meeting high vibrational people, then keep doing it. Starve these karmics of attention because honestly, they ain't got nothing going on. What else happens when you set boundaries? Because a lot of setting boundaries is energetic protection, okay? You know, and it extends in our verbal communication. It extends in the way we dress. It extends in the occupation we choose. So possibly in this moment, you might be thinking to start in a new type of, a new endeavor. And basically, how is it that you can set it up so that you won't get sued? Because it's going to have a lot of money coming in. Excuse me, I'm gassy. Okay. Okay. Oh, that smells good. I smell that garlic. That garlic smells good. Garlic also keeps energy vampires away. Put garlic in your food, okay? The smell of garlic actually keeps energy vampires away. Not just, you know, if you got a new endeavor, how can you? Okay. So you have a new endeavor. How is it you can make your business sue proof so no one can sue you? Use the boundaries that you have for your personal energetic body. So for example, you might come up with, you know how, okay, we're gonna use Balenciaga for example. We're gonna use Macy's. We're gonna use Walmart. All right, Walmart. Their stock market, it's a little funny, you know, because they don't have boundaries. So when Walmart was created, it was created, oh shit, everybody got a need. If we monopolize, we can communicate with others to export and import shit, right? But the people that created Walmart didn't actually have the boundaries. They didn't take the time to understand their boundaries. They didn't take the time to understand themselves. So when they created Walmart, it was like a pretty genius idea, right? But there's a lot of theft that occurs in Walmart because why? There's no boundaries. Now take for instance, you want to go get a pair of Balenciaga shoes, right? Balenciaga shoes knows their value, so the average person just can't come in and buy shoes from Balenciaga or buy a wardrobe. They have to be right. I mean, you can basically walk in Walmart, look like a teacher, and walk out with a whole bunch of shit, right? And I'm picking up on a lot of karmics, yo, stealing clothes to look like you. Yo, I just picked up on some shit. If you got like a real intricate style, karmics have been going crazy looking for it. So they've been going broke, y'all, to find the clothes you got and stealing it from the store. Looking like, I'm a nice person. Some of them been, you know, dressing like the mousy little people, not realizing that they're attracting predators because predators are now looking for empaths who look like martyrs, okay? So somebody from your past also who remembered you to be a martyr is taking on your old persona because they're afraid to take on your new persona. But as we'll go back to if you got a new venture, know your boundaries, okay? You just can't walk in Balenciaga dressed anyway and then steal some shit, okay? You got to be able to fit the mold of what Balenciaga is all about. All right? So whatever it is, business you got, to be sue proof, understand your energetic boundaries, okay? People may say, well, I don't want to do that. I could lose customers if I do that. Well, that's why they're gonna be like Walmart, attracting a whole lot of thieves and shit. And Walmart loses a lot of money because a lot of people steal product. It's so easy to go into Walmart and steal, but if you want to go, you know, into a what's that, diamond shop or Pandora? Yeah, if you notice, you can't just go into Pandora, right, and steal shit. You gotta be. Pandora has rules and boundaries, all right. So whatever business you're creating, to make it SOOOOOO-proof, take the time to understand your personal boundaries and honor them and put that in your business plan, okay? Because how you feel about yourself inside reflects on the outside, okay? So that's for anyone starting a new business. To be SOOOOO-proof, you want to ensure that you only have your boundaries. Now, you may notice if your business is booming, you're going to attract a lot of competitors, okay? People going to be trying to figure out how you're doing, what you're doing, why you're doing what you're doing. And if they try to take on your personification, if they try to take on your boundaries, well, everybody's boundaries are different because everybody has had different life experiences, okay? So if I try to take on Victoria Beckham's boundaries for my business, well, I would attract what Victoria Beckham attracts, but I would not be able to handle it, okay? So don't worry about competition trying to take on your boundaries for business ideas. It's gonna flop because, like I said, when you know your own personal boundaries, you're gonna have success in business. For example, let's say one of your half. I like this. Let's say one of your businesses, one of your boundaries for your business is I do not take clientele after a certain hour. Okay, let's say the other people may work 10 hours. It may work for somebody, but it may not work for you. You may want to have a 34-minute work schedule, all right? And someone will say, you ain't gonna make no money doing that. Don't listen to them. Just say, I'm only working 34 minutes today. And then they'll watch and see you attract a lot of customers, all right? Be mindful of your peak time of attraction as well for business. This is gonna be very important. If your peak time of attraction is, let's say 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. or let's say 8:18 p.m. to 9:34 p.m. honor that. Now, somebody who's a competitor may say, I only see you at certain times. Also change your time up. All right. Because when you understand your peak time of attraction, that is when it's easier to get money coming into your business. All right. It's going to be very important. Think about Italy. Italy, they do not have businesses open like the USA. The USA is like Walmart. Walmart got a whole bunch of shit up. Don't get caught for shoplifting, you'll go to jail. But honey, the average person shoplifting at Walmart don't ever get caught. I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you, because they know how to blend in. But if you got a niche market, can't nobody just come in and steal your shit. All right. Italy has their businesses open for a certain amount of time. Yes. Okay, I was like, I gotta get that thing. All right. And they do just fine. They have work-life balance. Now, you're gonna have a lot of clients trying to work with you. Before you have a lot of clients trying to work with you for your business to be booming, make sure you're honoring your own boundaries, okay? Make sure you're not putting your family time on the line for money, all right? Predators will sniff it out. And if you have a successful business, the time of day and age that we're in, predators are willing to kill, even if it's let's say your business made $34 a day, right? Practice gratitude, be grateful for that $34. Because the average person don't really need a lot of money to make it. A lot of us actually just have used money to not deal with emotional things, all right? So if you accept it, if you made $34 a day in business, say thank you. I'm super grateful. I'm so grateful for this $34, all right? Now, a lot of people unaware of this, But if you naturally attract money and you got a business, somebody who looks like they dress like they're a nice person will have been watching you for a while. They might even be working with a group of people. All right. You know, if you're single, you might have a nice looking man walk in and like, oh my gosh, I want to support your business. I understand you're about to close in 5 minutes, but I want to ensure, like, can you make time for me so that I can purchase something? Now, if you bent for money, you're gonna be like, yeah, sure. Now, if you one of them people that's willing to bend over backwards for an extra dollar, your business will more than likely be robbed. Okay. If you one of them people who willing to sacrifice your safety for an extra dollar, you will be targeted for scams. All right. Now, even though the bank has security, it's scared security. All right. Think deeply. Scared security attracts robbers. All right. You want to make sure you do not have scared security for your business. Okay. You want to make sure you got your own boundaries. And you do not have scared security. All right. Scared security attracts robbers. Why do you think some people are able to rob a bank and get away with it? Okay. Because scared security misses blind spots. And if you are creating a business, you want to make sure you able to see your blind spots. How do you see your blind spots? You do shadow work, okay? Shadow work says, I'm afraid of whatever it is. I used to be afraid of becoming successful because of the ugly people I met. Then I'm like, fuck that shit. I'm gonna be successful. Y'all ugly asses ain't gonna have shit to do with me. If I walked away from your crusty ass in the past, you sure ain't get another chance with me now. Thank you for the lessons, but I'm good. All right. So you got to be mindful. You got to do your shadow work. You don't want scared security. All right. The average person who will more than likely try to rob your business is somebody from your past. Interesting, right? They'll feel it's owed to me. Like you left me behind. You owe it to me. So if someone had a interaction with you in the past and they feel that you emotionally owe them for them feeling hurt because you walked away from their toxic asses, they'll be the one more than likely to funnel information to somebody trying to rob you. That's why you want to do shadow work. Because if you don't do shadow work, you got blind spots. All right. Yeah. So with boundaries, because a lot of you thinking about business and you're like, how do I do this? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where to start. More than likely, 9 times out of 10, you already doing it. It's something you do naturally. Something that you just love doing, that when you do it, you feel good about it. And it's real easy for you to set boundaries because you realize you ain't fucking up my shit. Yes. So I'm peeling all the pistachios because it's like, it'll be nice. It's like I'm diving into a pile of leaves, Okay. But boundaries gonna be of the utmost importance, okay? And also realize that when you have your business, people from the past gonna be watching. They're gonna be sitting there lingering, hoping that you just pay them attention. I'm picking up on a lot of pick me bitch energy. Pick me nigga energy. Do not let that lingering energy stop you from doing your business. Quite honestly, the people from your past ain't gonna be able to afford what you got. Okay? Anyone who has treated you in the past, if you chosen, is attracting poverty. All right? I mean, for real. Now, whatever business you creating, it's gonna be so highly sought after, and while you know your boundaries, it's gonna be respected. See, Walmart ain't respected. When I was homeless, There was people who would literally walk out with a whole bunch of shit and they would go sell it for their for their they will go sell it for their habits. Okay, Walmart is where a lot of criminals get caught though, because they go in trying to get some quick easy money. Okay, so you want to make sure that your value is not like Walmart value. Walmart is convenience. You want to raise the brand of your business by raising your vibration to be elegancy, classiness. Because if your vibration is somewhat in the Walmart, you're gonna be easy. It's gonna be easy to rob you. Now, if you have the business savvy of Balenciaga, you're gonna have people trying to contract with you. Now, robbery is different when you got people wanting to do contract deals with you, okay? More so, contract deals is to get the person caught up in some legal shit. For example, we have filed a lawsuit, okay? 9 times out of 10, that whatever you building on, it's gonna be some kind of shit where people gonna want to file lawsuits on you. Now, when you at Walmart level and you want some basic bitch shit, you gonna have people just, yeah, we'll contract with you, and you'll constantly be haggling for prices, importation, exportation prices. Now, if you want some Balenciaga shit, you're gonna be able to write your own goddamn contracts, okay? If people want to model for you, well, they have to do it your way. Now, be mindful of this power not to abuse it, because there are some who have been able to exploit the system and attract, people so they can exploit it. All right, because this is a law of attraction. All right, law of attraction has been exploited. If you can act like you're a certain type of brand, you'll attract certain type of people. But if that really ain't who you are, you're going to attract predators and of a type. If you ever notice in movies where young actresses want a part in a play, or they want a role in a movie, they meet sleazy directors. The purpose of meeting a sleazy director is so that they can understand and be honest with themselves, not so that they give up on their career. If you think about Angelina Jolie, one of the reasons she's one of the most sought after actresses is because she knows how to be honest with herself, okay? So whatever it is you're going after, if when I say business, I don't mean it's an actual business. Some of you guys might be pursuing acting. Don't be afraid of the industry, the entertainment industry. Just understand how to keep your value up, okay? Don't put yourself around a lot of people. The more successful you are, a lot of people going to be on some pick me bitch shit, all right? They're going to be acquiescing to how you act. I wonder how many pistachios I've cracked open. But I know my brain power is high. Like I'm on some Jimmy Neutron bullshit. Like, let me tell you guys, eat some goddamn pistachios. You can write a whole goddamn novel. You can write a whole business plan. You can write you can create your own tarot cards. You can do anything on some fucking pistachios. Like, for real. Like, my brain power is like, woo, woo, woo. Okay? Hold on, let me check on my beans. But now let's go back to, because a lot of karmics are planning robbery right now. The ones you would think that's business savvy and they independent, they planning robbery, but they not planning that shiesty, sloppy shit. No, boo. They planning the type of shit where they like, let me get close to such and such. They on some Britney Spears type shit where her dad tried to he did a lot to make it seem like she couldn't take care of herself mentally. So you may notice a bunch of people. I understand. You may notice a bunch of people trying to get close to you because they like, shit, if I could be friends with the person that's about to make it big, That's my way in. All right. So on the Britney Spears type thing, you gonna have people try to sabotage your mental, okay? And witchcraft has picked up greatly. People who are not magical or magical practitioners, they done got into some dark arts, okay? Because they started to notice the white magic don't work. And so it's easier to get access to black magic. Black magic for non-pure magic practitioners works a little bit faster, only because they sell they sell their souls to the devil. When you do a dark magic, you basically you're negotiating with an entity. I'll do the entity saying, I'll do this for you if you do this for me. Okay, so people who trying to get close to you, trying to figure out your blind spots so they can create trauma bonds in those blind spots, the ones that you're too afraid to deal with, so they can figure out how to get you in a spot where they can control your finances, okay? We go back to the Britney Spears example. Britney Spears was deemed mentally unstable, but no, it wasn't that she wasn't mentally unstable. She was being spiritually attacked on a daily basis. The more financial stability you gain, the more your the spiritual attacks will increase. This is where a lot of people gonna be in competition for your attention. They're gonna be like, pick me, I'm trustworthy, I'm loyal, I'm just like you. Nah, that's not the ones you want to work with. All right. Business is starting to turn avant-garde right now. Okay, think about, when the 70s came out. The 70s was a time where business was flourishing, love, peace, and light. But something happened after the 70s and addictions picked up. All right. So business started flopping, but during the peak of the 70s was a good time to be in business. So if you can think back to retrograde, avant-garde, business is going back into a place of avant-garde right now. Own this shit, all right? This is why you need to have boundaries, okay? The more avant-garde your business is, and this is going to be according to your DNA blueprint, the more money you draw in. For example, I used to create business plan after business plan, trying to be like somebody else. Only I wouldn't attract no goddamn money. And it's because I was trying to take on the energy of somebody else. So basically, the business plan that you're looking for legacy stability, legacy wealth, is in your DNA blueprint. Do not be concerned about people trying to set you up to take from you financially. Yeah, don't be concerned about people. That's smart. Don't be concerned about people trying to take from you financially. See, when it comes to successful businesses, you have to honor the laws of nature and the laws of the universe. Now, the average man doesn't. Think about Walmart. Walmart has exploited so much of Mother Gaia's resources that people go into Walmart and steal from Walmart. I keep going back to Walmart for a reason. It's not about getting quick money. It's about getting legacy money. Because if you got that quick money, a lot of scams have opened up. In fact, what scams are going on for business owners? This is interesting. You are sacred and warrior woman. So what's happening now is if you're a healer and you heal from a lot of trauma, you're being targeted by a lot of scammers. See, they know everything you touch is gold. But you are sacred. If you are a healer and so with this, you're a warrior, you heal some trauma. With the sacred, which you are sacred, you got royal blood. You're going to be highly targeted for scams. Okay, we got birch and ivy. So this is where one of the spiritual warfares you're gonna have while you're building your business is people trying to be friends with you. But with this light and dark, you're being asked to understand your boundaries to expose people because you are a sacred temple, okay? Now, it's not going to be a big deal with people from the past. New levels, new devils. You're going to be understanding how people with money and power and positions of authority, how they get down. Okay, you ever notice when you see scenes in the movies where people paid $5,000 for a plate and they still hungry and they afraid to ask for a second plate? Yeah, if you listening to this and you a healer, you are entering a new tax bracket. Okay, people from your past been watching. They've been hiding their hands so they don't appear stalkers, okay? People from the past about to, they not gonna resurface the way you think they gonna resurface. They gonna be trying to figure out how to get in good with you, you know? Some of them gonna make fake accounts, but they gonna be basically be saying stuff you can tell is them, all right? Now, if you a healer, you highly sought after. Exactly. You're going to be highly sought after because it's easy for you to make money. Okay? Gone are the days where healers are called crazy for being avant-garde. Actually, now is the time where if you an avant-garde healer, people see money. They don't see your soul. They don't see your journey. They see money. Okay, so we got forest bathing, we got drought, and we got birch. Okay, so whatever it is you naturally been doing that helps you see past illusions, this is the business you're about to delve on such a deeper level. When I say business, something you naturally doing. And do not enforce tears. Your past is going to be like, how can I get back in with you? However, they're going to start to see why they're watching you. They're going to be looking for your blind spots. And because you are a healer, you more than likely already healed it. Forest bathing. Something that you've been working on, the manifestation is about to start cracking open, but be patient with it. You know, like a mother bird, when the eggs start cracking, the mother understands the time it took to conceive the egg. The mother understands the time it took to conceive the egg, but also to, watch and sit on the eggs. I'm thinking to penguins. Penguins take turns sitting on their babies, okay? Penguins meet during a time where things are difficult and they learn how to stick together as a family. Now, not all penguins make it. However, a lot of baby penguins are stolen in penguin land, okay? Because a lot of parents don't take the time, a lot of penguin parents don't take the time to actually nurture, like actually sit on the eggs properly. So what happens when an egg does make it? The average parent isn't like, hold on, finish cracking open. No, it's just like, go with your own pace. So two of your things, so there's two eggs here cracking, are about to start cracking open. Be very patient with it. Continue stating your boundaries, because people who do not have boundaries are about to start showing their ass. Now, be mindful that at this time, people are going to be talking a good game. Okay? People going to be acting like I'm so goal oriented. I'm this and I'm that. Yes. I'm this and I'm that. Be mindful. Energy speaks, okay? I could say all day, I'm such and such, but at the end of the day, energy speaks. I heard like something like money talks. It ain't money talks, okay? You could be around a room full of well-money people who are not genuine, and you'll feel that shit. So if you're genuine, a lot of people want to connect with you because genuine people naturally attract money. Non-genuine people are going to be highly manipulative, okay? And for them to meet those quotas, they're energetically giving away their life force, okay? So if I'm like, hey, I really want to make sure you I earn my trust with you and we're all this and that, but I don't have the best intentions towards you. In fact, I just want your money. I don't really want to understand you as a person. That's already a negative energy transference, okay? So a lot of life force is going out with that type of transaction. So the average person who lives and works like that, they're narcissists by nature. Now, some narcissists don't like to admit when they're narcissists, but some would say a narcissist is like a car salesman, all right? So if you want to be mindful, you're going to meet people who are like car salesmen. If you're genuine, you naturally attract money. Okay? People going to pick up on that shit, you know. Do what you going to do. But don't fall for the fuck shit, okay? Because this is a time where while you on the rise, people who ain't shit, even past karmics, new karmics, they money drying up. See, laws of the universe are here. You don't honor the laws of the universe? Like people that litter, they notice, why is it that I'm not attracting money? Because you're disrespecting your home. Okay? If you want to understand the laws of business, go out into nature. Oh, that smells so good, boy. Let me check up on that thing. Like that smell just, ooh, shoot. Wow, okay. I don't even feel like I need to put any more seasoning in this bad boy. So I guess we'll pull another card. But, oh yeah. If you're seeking resources to get your business off the ground, the resources are within you. This is not a time, if you are a self-healer, to be asking the wrong people, can you financially help me? Because it's going to come with strings attached, okay? Cursed money don't make no money. I repeat, cursed money don't make no money. Now, cursed money is money that's like, oh shit, I see you gonna have a lot of money. You know how to, you know how to do what you need to do. All right, shit, I fucks with you. You know, I may come in all buddy and chum, but then you gonna notice my energy change when it's, well, I understand that you want some financial help. However, let's sign these contracts. This is where River Woman and sacrifice is coming up here. This is where your boundaries will be tested. Whatever you have not healed is going to be tested in that moment. You know, so if you feel like, okay, if I'll just take this little bit of money and build it up for now, you're going to be sacrificing a lot. A lot of karmic fueled individuals, they don't have that staying power. So some of them are going to be getting scammed. You know, the ones that look like empaths, the ones that's, oh, that smell good. The ones that act like empaths, they gonna say shit. You know, they gonna be smart as hell too. I'm picking up somebody in accounting who's acting like an empath, gonna be like, shit, you know, I may lose 23%, but I'll gain back 56% type shit, you know, kind of ordeal. However, if you're willing willing to sacrifice 23% of your energy on a contract, that's a lawsuit. Okay? Boundaries, bitches. All right. So some karmics are gonna figure out somebody about to take them for everything they got. Okay? Don't take it personal. You know, losing stuff don't mean it's the end of the world, just means it's in the beginning. Okay? These karmics ain't gonna come back and tell you I lost everything. I can't afford my mortgage. They not gonna tell you shit. I'm afraid to end up back with my karmic ass family because I know how they gonna treat me. I know how I treated you and I'm feeling bad and I'm getting karma for it. No. They gonna be like trying to act like they your friend and shit. Okay? There's some real life shit happening. Karmics is losing every goddamn thing. All right? Whatever it is that kept them feeling like they were superior to you, they're about to lose. Okay? And the way it's happening, they're trying to fight nature. No. Okay, what do I need to do? This is where the con artists come in. Well, we can extend this for you, but the payments may increase. Okay? So this is where you're going to have to realize, wait, you saying I got everything I need to basically pay for my own startup company? Eat some pistachios, increase brain power. Oh my gosh, it smells good. All right, we're gonna get into so River Woman, this is important. If you are disconnected from your emotions, it's gonna be very difficult to attract money. Okay? See, as we stated before, if I'm saying, yeah, I'll fund you the money, but this is what it's going to have. In fact, I'm going to purposely make that contract long as hell. You know? And because a lot of toxic feminists are attracting masculines with long dick, that's very specific. But if you a toxic feminine, it's easier to scam you, okay? Because that poverty mentality says, shit, this nigga got money and he got long dick, only to discover it was easy to scam them because they didn't know their self-worth. So a lot of people who are going to be trying to scam people is going to be people who are getting scammed. Don't take it personal. Don't fear getting scammed by people who are getting scammed. Sometimes getting scammed shows up as being emotionally wounded. Okay? A lot of people from your past have a lot of regrets for how they treated you. They in competition with you. They like, God damn, I thought I beat your ass down enough. Nah, boo. You gave me a lot of vital information to keep going. Okay? In your emotions is the blueprint on how to get money for your startup business. If you disconnected from your emotions, you're going to do it the average way the average person been doing it. And the average way it's been doing, how people been doing it, they've been attracting a lot of scammers. Okay? The biggest scam of 2022 will be, I got a business opportunity for you. It don't matter if you write out the best damn business plan. If you write, if you complete all the paperwork for a fucking grant, somebody who's a scam artist will see, well, they missed some things, blind spots. So I'll go back to it. In your emotions is the blueprint on how to get the money you need for your startup. Quite interesting, right? Because the importance is to protect your emotional body, okay? You know, when they say that song, no emotions, that's what business is, sucker for pain. Now, it's not that you don't feel your emotions at all. You just don't allow yourself to be emotionally manipulated. And most business deals are made with emotional manipulation. What's the best way to do emotional manipulation, boo? Over what? Dinner. You can manipulate the hell out of somebody who insecure, who got a poverty mentality and like to hide it. Let's go to dinner. So a lot of people who are trying to scam people are getting scammed, and it's being done when they don't recognize it. It's being done when we do the everyday average shit. So a shiesty business person will say, hey, come to dinner with me, I'll pay. And you like, yes, I'll be able to get that startup fund. I already, filled out all the paperwork. And this be the same salty bitch who will find out, wait, you got all the goddamn money you need for your startup? In less time than me? Well, yeah, because I did it my way. Now, we go back to how to get the money you need is in your emotional blueprint. Emotions are quite powerful. Get me. Now, the goal is to understand your emotional blueprint so you don't get greedy, okay? You want to maintain homeostasis in your emotional blueprint. It's easy to manipulate greedy, rich people, okay? And when you enter the new tax bracket you about to enter into, because you're going to be venturing on a brand new venture, you got to be mindful. You need to know how much you need and what's enough for you. How can you gauge that? Your emotions. The more money you feel you need means you're going to have a lot of expenses. And if you want to get somebody sucked into a deal, you get them set up living good. Like, real comfortable to the point they want to hire butlers. Okay? Okay? What happens when you get someone more focused on having material possessions and experiences? You got them hook, line, and sinker into a deal. What happens when people try to get out those deals? So you need to know how much money is enough money. So when I say legacy wealth, I don't mean, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be a billionaire in 3 days, in 3 weeks, in 30 years. No. For some, $897 a month is enough. Now some would say, shit, what can I buy with $897 a month, right? I got kids. It's time to start seeing what you are spending your emotions on. This is how you build legacy wealth. You got to tap into your emotions, right? The blueprint to get the money for the startup in your emotions, as well as how much to bring in. Because if you accept less than what you're worth, you're going to feel like, shit, man, I ain't enough. And if you accept too much, you're going to be overcompensating. Now, if you can keep that sweet middle, and you will be tested to go a bit above, because the more your self-value increases, the more people are going to be trying to get you too comfortable. What happens when you get too comfortable? You attract business sharks, loan sharks. You start getting into the dark atmosphere of business. Okay? Business on the dark side ain't something you want to play with after hours, okay? Business on the dark side look good in the daytime with a suit and tie. I wanted a blueprint for how to have success in business-wise. You getting it. Now, let's say, I decided to go a little bit over what I need, right? And I say, shit, I just want to have a little bit extra. Well, this is where you start drawing in predators. Now, the predators ain't gonna come in like the ones you used to who just straight up robbing Walmart. The predators come in slow, meticulous, and methodical. These are the people who will do the shit that Britney Spears' dad did to her. He fucked with her mind so much, and he used some of her money to pay off some people, okay? There are some people who see you as an opportunity, and you're going to have the mental strength of a Marine, but you're going to have to be gentle with yourself, okay? You're going to have to master being so gentle with yourself and so graceful that when someone says, I really would like to work with you on this particular campaign, you're able to say, shit. In your mind, you might be like, I see what the fuck going on. But you're like, thank you for the opportunity, but I'm not interested. And, but I have a recommendation for you. If you got a recommendation, or you can just simply say, I'm not interested. Goodbye, have a good day. But you didn't even give me a chance to talk about it. I don't need you to. I'm already intuitive enough. So understand, if you take too much financial gain, you're going to be being set up for something, a sacrifice. You may say, aren't you being a little bit of a conspiracy theorist? Right? We got River Woman, right? If you take too much money, you got to be mindful of how much you can take emotionally, okay? You take too much money, you can be put under a lot of pressure emotionally. Now, a lot of people are not emotionally stable. They're also not mentally stable, okay? That you ever notice a lot of celebrities break down mentally after a certain time, right? It's because they were emotionally put under so much pressure that they cracked. Now, Britney Spears is a very interesting case. All the MK Ultra that she was under, she was able to get her money back for herself. Now, Hollywood ain't been able to figure out how she was able to take them people off her case. You understand? It's because she learned to pull back and say, you know what? Yeah, this nigga taking my goddamn money. But honestly, the money I do have, let me go find something different to do. I like doing art. Shit, that make me feel good. And she did. So the more money you're willing to take, the more pressure they'll put on you emotionally. And if you are not, in a place to, you're not in a place where you prioritizing your overall health, well, you will be, you just gonna be another person who passed through. It's like you got some people who gonna be here forever, right? Then you got some people who kind of just pass through. So financially, you got to know how much it is you're willing to bring in every month. Only that. Stick to it. You do too much, you're gonna end up in the hands of a predator who's gonna exploit the shit out of you. With offerings, you're gonna have a lot of people. The more you attract money, honey, we want to do this for you. That's why you set motherfucking boundaries. You let the way you carry yourself be your office. For example, if I'm like, let me act nice so people will come up here and hopefully like my video and then donate money. Nah, boo. They don't work like that. Pistachio Mountain. Pistachio Mountain. Pistachio Mountain. Actually. All right. So. We gonna sum up this business and boundaries. Business, balance, and boundaries. Okay. Business, balance, and boundaries. People from your past will give people who want to exploit you information about your past self to exploit you. People from your past you walked away, they're willing to sacrifice you at this point, okay? They're going to try to do a lot of stuff to break your heart in business, okay? They're going to send people your way who's offering opportunities. They ain't going to be disrespecting you outright. Like, you know, they ain't shit. They ain't shit. No, they going to be on some sneak type shit, okay? Ooh, this smells so good. I taste nothing but love in this. I love you unconditionally. Thank you for being here. Like, this is, I know it's gonna taste so good. Need more time. I'm patient. Business wise, we're gonna sum it up: business, balance, and boundaries. Know what you need internally and only accept whatever will keep you in flow and in balance. Because the world we live in, business sharks come in all sizes, shapes. Shit. They come in all sizes and shapes, you know? But anything that is going to have you disrespect your emotional body, you setting yourself up for failure. Now, be patient as you are creating the business plan to attract just enough money coming in. Anyone that's willing to offer you less or more, don't take it. You understand? Okay. Now we got to sum this up: the shift, wild winds, and warrior woman. It's time to simplify your life. And I'm saying simplify it. A lot of man-made objects have been created because a lot of people feel empty inside. You may notice somebody like, oh shit, man, I want a big old fancy, sexy ass smashly. Yeah. God damn, I want that shit. I want Ashley Simpson old house. You know, shit like that. But this is a time for you to understand that's not what you want. You got to take the time to understand what you truly want. That's how you're going to be able to keep your business pure. Be mindful that when you have your business open, people are going to come in acting like they support the brand. But if your business is doing so much good for the community, people are going to try to sway you to turn that business in another direction. If it's doing a lot of good for the community and it attracts a lot of money, competitors are going to send game stalkers your way to see what it is you're doing, how you're doing it. But remember, they're going to do a lot of research on who you are. How the hell did you all of a sudden come out the blue with all this goddamn money and a whole bunch of people poor? You know, people going to be curious. So who will they go to? Your past. Your past will tell them things about you. And be mindful. If you get triggered during this time, heal. Simply that. Heal. Your blind spot is the unhealed area. So, we're going to do a 3-part pick a card titled, What's Your Blind Spot, Baby? Now, if any of this resonates with you, definitely donate in the description box. I have all the information. Okay? But we're going to look into what's your blind spot, and so you can be business savvy and business ready for all these new ventures coming in. You know what? I'm thinking of watching Hustle and Flow. Okay? I'm thinking Hustle and Flow. He had some low vibrational ass music. And he didn't give a goddamn how he negatively impacted people. So his karma was he went to jail. But I was listening to that song. Whoop that trick, get him, whoop that trick, get him, whoop that trick, get him. I'm gonna make the sucker recognize I ain't playing hoe. If you violate off the top trick, you gotta go. I done held in a lot of shit and I'm about to flip. Now I think it's time to show you bitches who you fucking with. So, you about to blow up. And you about to really see claws come out, but with smiles. That is so inspiring. Okay, thank you. Also, people who can't bamboozle you to get you to join their team, they gonna come up with a lot of tricks. A lot of tricks to get you on their team, boo. Yes. There gonna be a lot of tricks to get you on their team. So be mindful. Opportunity. Every opportunity ain't an opportunity that you want to take. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have the mentality, the mental strength of a Marine with a kind, warm heart. So this is where we have what's the blind spot. Because whatever's coming your way, beautiful babies, you want to be aware. You want to be able to put out quality even when you know competitors watching. The average competitor who's energy sensitive is constantly evil eyeing you, hoping that you'll just freeze up and act like you don't know what you're talking about. So you need to be able to understand, this is my target market or the people that I want to help heal. And that's not my target market. And if my non-target market is watching, but I'm not going to stop what the fuck I'm doing just because they watching. I'm going to do what the fuck I do. Because the right people are going to find your product. See, your product has its own energy sealed to it. So competitors, of course, they going to be like flocking this shit because they like, God damn, I like that. That avant-gardeness, I don't understand it. So let me get close to it. Let me buy it. You got a lot of people investing into your company only because they want to see how to get it. You know, it's like somebody who they had a whole lot of soup companies, right? You may think, well, it's just food, right? A lot of them companies was competing against people, you know? They was competing against other companies, all right? Now you notice the soups that have a lot of love in them. They're very popular. So other soup competitors will try to change something up just a little bit. They'll try to say extra sausage in it, extra less sodium, blase blase. You know, you'll start to see new what's it called? Goddamn. What's it called? Hold on. New campaigns out. See, everything is a business, and business is emotions. That's how you attract money. So, if you can take into consideration everything is emotions and all is business, you can kind of see how your competitors are going to respond and react. Now, a competitor that reacts well, this says that they don't have the lasting power. Because if you're in business and you're reactionary, it's easy for you to miss out on opportunities. Okay. And because there's a lot of cutthroat business people out here. And if you got new money, they're trying to figure out how the hell you got what you got and how you know what the fuck you know. You see what I'm saying? Well, people who are reactionary in business, where they see, okay, shit, you just raised stocks by 5%. Let me do something to raise my stocks by 5%. Sweep around your own front yard before you try to sweep around mine. Okay, that's a Canton spiritual song. Canton spiritual. Canton CANTON spiritual. Sweep around your own front yard has a message. Also, you can learn a business secret from it. Anyway, what happens when you don't be paying attention to your sweep around your own front yard? What happens when you don't pay attention to your own business and you competing? You're not aware that somebody else is steadily competing with you. See, some people don't understand. See, the people who are gonna be competing with the one that's competing with you, they're gonna have already tried to compete with you. And then what they do next? They can't compete with you, they burn out. They start to notice, and a lot of people in business are highly good at psychology. Most of them are narcissists, but not all of them. The narcissists understand that when they come upon an empath that they can't quite actually get access to, they go to the ones that's competing with you. They try to join forces to take you down. The people will join forces with them and they'll say, shit, yeah, I'll take the opportunity. Go ahead. So let's get into the 3 powers. Sweep around your own front yard. Canton Spirituals is going to have a business secret. You know how they have the book, The Secret? Well, if you're looking for business secrets, music is all around. And music lyrics actually hold a lot of secrets. If you want to understand how to set your business up in a world that's super competitive and to protect your family, well, Sweep Around Your Own Front Yard by Canton Spirituals has it. Now, the more money you attract, the more danger you might attract. But if you're smart, danger will never find you. However, if you don't take heed to certain things, well, business-wise, boy, people will have already been planning and plotting, and it's going to be the main one closest to you to take you out. You'll be so focused on, oh my gosh, are the neighbors following me this time? Person made you feel like, oh shit, babe, I know you feel that it's okay. It's all right. Be patient. Blase, blase. Then you finally get to the point where you like, I feel safe with you. And with business, anybody that makes you feel like you can't feel safe, red flag, about to fuck your shit up. So, without further ado, I'm happy to give y'all a little bit of knowledge. Pile one. Let's look into what's your blind spot, okay? It's gonna be important. Oh, we got 5 of diamonds and 3 of hearts. So pile one, your blind spot is you are willing to basically sacrifice yourself for others. Martyrdom. Yeah, your blind spot is that you are willing to accept harsh energy, like without setting boundaries. So power one, you might be the type of people who you really want to see peace among everybody. You like the people that, you know, I like the people that's like organizers, things like that. So you guys are like the ones, the party planners. You have a party planner spirit. This is a very beautiful gift, okay? Everybody cannot party plan, and those who can party plan, they can teach, okay? So if you have a party planner mentality, you have to learn how to delegate. But you have to learn how to choose the proper people to actually work with you, okay? So you might, be a bit impatient and kind of just hire people real briefly, real quickly. You might have a lot of turnover if you have a business. Some people that you might work with, because you might be the business owner. This is if you are a business owner, and if you continue this way of working, this is what you can expect. You might notice when they meet you, they're like, I would be great for this position. But when they communicate with others, it's a cold energy. Customers coming in feel it, stuff like that. There might be a lot of complaints about sarcasm, things like that. You might have people who want to know about the product and what it stands for. And you might actually have people who are kind of just, this is what it is. So, like even for Burger King, you might say, okay, so what's on that quarter pounder? I don't know what's on a quarter pounder, so I'm about to make some shit up. Okay. So we have lettuce, turkey, horseradish, and flowers. Shit like that, and that goes in with the sarcasm. You know what I'm saying? And like, that's not what's on a quarter pounder. Well, look at the picture. You just sitting there looking at it. Okay. You might even have people who mistreat people that they feel is weaker than them. So you may have people in your company with an inferiority complex. So they, project themselves to be bigger than they are. Okay. You also may have people who give each other the silent treatment while sabotaging each other while they're at work. So tasks get left undone. All right. So this is the kind of company that if there is not, something changed and consistent about, we have to set boundaries. This is my role. This is your role. But what you have to understand about this type of blind spot here is that this type of blind spot here is going to continuously attract energy where it feels as if it's a constant battle to have, long-term workers, and you possibly have lost some good long-term workers due to a lot of bullying that takes place at the job. Okay. So what I'm picking up is that you want high vibrational quality. That smells so good. People working for your company, and there's nothing wrong with that, but you're going to have to do some internal cleanup, which is saying you're going to have to do an evaluation of exactly what it is that you're putting out. Because there may be a lot of people overworking, their bodies are breaking down, a loss of worker morale. So your blind spot is trying to, you know, appear as like this is a family business with people you barely know. Maybe this the company you're trying to start is really just like a family business. And it could have just been something like, you know what? I really like that we have we're able to reach out and develop excellent business relationships with numerous exporters and importers, but it could become too much. Okay, so with the 5 of diamonds here, you know, this is saying where you might have more loss in the company than you actually have more gain. And then with the 3 of hearts here, you know, this is saying there will be a lot of third party situations taking place in the business. You'll have a lot of individuals, one second. You'll have a lot of individual companies, like, you know, having people go through the hiring process to get information about your company, you know, reporting information back to you know, revenue companies, and you'll be trying to figure out how is it that people know about how much money you made, or how much your loss was, and things like that. Also, this is a type, if you don't, you know, address these blind spots, this is a type of blind spot where you know, you'll be having competitors, you know, target you in the stock market. You know, that's gonna happen anyway. Okay, think about it. You got, you know, you have, but the thing is, you're gonna be able to have so much physical evidence of not being able to keep consistent target not target market, but stock market value, that, you know, you might be, you know, have a huge financial loss long term. And if you and your family got used to living a certain luxury lifestyle, well, it's a possibility that you guys might file for bankruptcy. And more people care so much about, oh my gosh, what we look like. A lot of individuals who are well moneyed, who have a lot of insecurities, they like to live beyond their means. And a lot of the family members aren't aware of it. And they, you know, there may be a lot of credit issues that's not being addressed, built up during long term, so that when you guys have to downsize and actually start back over, you know, this is a type of blind spot, not addressing the blind spot, where it could result in someone having a mental breakdown due to the stress of not being able to live that lifestyle that you were used to living. You know, if you got accustomed to, you know, ordering your favorite champagne, let's say it was about like $50,000 for your favorite champagne, right? And you were able to surmass a whole lot of, you know, financial business on a consistent basis. But let's say, you know, you had information come out because someone who was working for you was funneling information to competitors. Shit. What happens when, you know, you're trying to keep up an image, your family doesn't know what's going on with finances, and you realize, like, you try to pay for a couple of bottles of your favorite champagne, and the card is declined. And the people look at you like, you're like, let me go check the bank. There's something weird, funky going on, right? You take off a couple of bottles, and when you try to pay for the last bottle, it doesn't go through. And you come to find out you're in the negatives. And then when you try to express it to the family, there's family disharmony. All right. You're trying to figure out how it got this far. And then we actually try to talk to people about it. People are like, oh my gosh, how to get this far? So you're walking around people that act like they don't know what's going on and shit like that. So this is a kind of blind spot in business due to trying to make sure everybody is happy. This is the kind of blind spot where if you had game stalkers, those game stalkers will turn on you because they're going to eventually be losing work. You know, the company's going to be going out of business, or somebody else might buy it and turn that business collateral into profit. And if you don't know how to actually turn collateral into profit, and somebody else is able to do it, well, if you hang around the type of business people who like to target your mental because they're highly competitive with you, well, this type of income, that it's a fluctuated stock market type thing. So, not honoring this blind spot, not doing the shadow work could definitely result in some kind of, loss of support. And the loss of support, when you really need it, could result into a lot of emotional distress. It could result into a lot of depression, anxiety. It could result into addictions. It could literally result into suicidal ideology. I mean, because a lot of people who like to live lavish lifestyles and live beyond their means, they are afraid to live among people who have a poverty mentality. Okay, if you had to move to an area of crime after living in a mansion in Beverly Hills, then you will be hella scared. Okay, and that fear would attract people who would prey on your fears. Okay, like imagine you have to move from Beverly Hills to the hood. If you are closed minded, you're gonna miss that these people are actually just people. You won't be able to develop discernment about who's who and what one is capable of. And you will not be respected because they'll be like, "Oh my gosh, what you doing here?" If you don't respect them, they're not gonna respect you. And even if you do respect them, you still might meet some people who just shiesty as shit. So you have to understand, with this blind spot, you can meet a lot of people who there's all kinds of people. Don't judge somebody, but it's important for this blind spot to be handled and taken care of, so that you can understand that if you do not set healthy boundaries with people about these are my expectations for my business, you will have a lot of individuals prying in your business. Like you may wonder, why is it that we lost so much money? Why is it that we have so much theft taking place? Why is it that we have so much turnover? What if we bring in some new products to fix it? You're not actually dealing with the core issues of it. So the blind spot that you are being asked to understand is that everybody who says they're your friend ain't your friend. Okay. And we gonna close it out here. Now I'm gonna go use the bathroom, and if you call all that, then it's time to start implementing it, and you'll know how to do it. Okay, but I can't tell you how to do it. Only you know how to do it. You understand? All right. All right, pile 2 is starting at 2. Hey, pile 2. So let's discover what your blind spot is. All right. I feel you guys are very humble, pal. I think that taste is different taste. So y'all, I'm cooking some black eyed peas. And the seasonings I put in, there's so many different layers of taste. It's like one bite that has a whole bunch of flavors. It's like I enjoy cooking. You know, I really do. It's just like it's my happy place. Okay, let's turn up. We'll get your reading started. I also feel you guys are super patient and like at a place of understanding with yourself. So what is pile 2's blind spot? Okay, so we have 8 of spades with the 7 of clubs. So your blind spot is that people are all like, I don't want to say always, but a lot of people are consistently trying to trigger you, okay? And with the 8 of spades here, I'm picking up on this energy of you guys are closing out karmic cycles right now. It's a karmic cycle. But you're also with the 7 of wands here, you got people constantly trying to get you to cave into something, okay? It's like you got people constantly trying to renegotiate your boundaries with you, okay? And this can be very frustrating. I feel as if a lot of them get highly pissed off because they're not able to actually get under your skin like they're trying to. So they may project their limited minds, their limited thinking onto you. So I feel like you are learning how to reel in your temper, pile 2. Okay? Because I'm sensing that while you are seen as a hero to many, the ones who have forced their way into someone's life, you know, they see you as a threat because you don't even have to try, you know. People just automatically want to be around you. You know, you got people trying to figure out what's so special about pile 2. Well, maybe your blind spot, pile 2, is that you don't see what's so special about you. And with just 8 of spades, you had a lot of mental manipulation take place here. Okay, we have Mr. Pan. I believe you've already met my associate Tinkerbell. Okay, so what's this showing me is insecure, immature people like to create illusions for you. The Tinkerbell he's simply talking about is like really just some flashy light. Okay. Yeah. And there's someone sitting there in front of him, just like, what? So it's time for you to remove yourselves from these things, okay? Set your own boundaries, set your own rules, and do not negotiate. There's a lot of people who will try to convince you you have to do it this way. No, you know your rights, okay, pile 2? If somebody is so desperate to be around you that they're trying to abuse the law, let them know you're gonna file a complaint on their asses and follow up with it. Don't play no games with them. Keep written documentation. But I really think it's time for you to explore your blind spot, which is understanding all the mental manipulation, the mind traps that you might have in your own mind. And the reason you may be experiencing people consistently doing this is because it's just asking to be healed, you know? And I'm feeling like power too. You don't be coming off like, emotionally or mentally unstable. It's just something that's asking to be healed within you. And this is time. We have the 10 of spades and the 9 of diamonds. So I really feel like you guys went through a lot. I feel like whatever it is that you guys need, it has not been invented yet because you haven't invented it yet. The cashier saying it's not in stock, but I can have it written. I feel like whatever it is you're looking for, whatever it is you need to ease your mind, I'm feeling like what's contributing to that. So I'm not feeling like a mental prison, but where you may feel uncomfortable in your own psyche is the fact that you have dealt with so much mental abuse that it's time for you to create something out of it. Okay? Art, writing, because I feel like you have so much new energy trying to come in and the old energy just needs to be released. Okay, you can't stop that other people are going to, try to keep downplaying you, but it's meant for you to turn it into something. So you might become a New York bestseller. You never know. Maybe there's something telling you in your mind that the experiences you had don't matter. I feel like a lot of the experiences you have with a lot of anxiety and stress have been downplayed, and it's time for you to stop downplaying it. If you are, I didn't mean to come off that way, but I feel as if you've had a lot of your experiences downplayed. You've had people who have harmed you and hurt you in some very sociopathic ways try to cover their tracks like it's nobody's business, and you might just be asked to express it. Okay? 9 of Pentacles. Now it's 9 of Diamonds. There's a book here. A room of one's own with adequate light and ventilation, no psychotic neighbors, near a grocery store, and a halfway decent building in an okay neighborhood, not Queens, please God, for under $2,000 a month. So what I'm feeling like with this, you're asking the universe for some time alone so that you can basically build your empire in silence, because you have a lot of people trying to pull on your energy. And maybe you already have manifested this new beginning, because this looks like a brand new beginning. She's basically manifesting in here, okay? You have been able to successfully alchemize trauma to be able to still function. Because the average person who could have went through what you went through would have lost their goddamn minds. They would have been like, oh my gosh. And you just like, look, this is how I feel. And this is what I know I need to do. So let me put one foot in front of the other and let me stay balanced. Let me stay grounded. I feel like you guys are very balanced and things. So, with this right here, theme playing cards, you are being asked to create something. Your experiences were not in vain. Your experiences were not in vain. And honestly, I feel like with a lot of defamation of your character, This is going to kind of clear the air up a little bit, because I feel like there's residual energy hanging around defamation of your character. Okay, like I feel like whatever it is you're going to be creating power to, people are going to be able to see you have the staying power to create something that's going to be here forever, long term, and I feel like it's going to be very well received. Okay. I also feel as if you might be doing speeches, speaking about it, and inspiring others. You'll be able to share your experience. Let me check the beans. You'll be able to share your experiences, of how you got through some very tough, difficult times, man. So I feel like you're being asked to, be honest about a very dark period in your life. I feel like this new beginning that you have, or if it's coming or you're manifesting it, it was no easy feat. You manifested a brand new beginning from nothing but pure darkness. Okay. A lot of people are curious as to how you've done it. A lot of people want to understand it, but they're not meant to understand it the way you understand it. Okay. You're being asked to, express this darkness, in a way where you give back to other people, but not from a place of martyrdom, from a place of, this is how I view it. And let me put it out this way. This is my truth. Not where I'm paraphrasing your stuff. I'm not saying write a book and go take it to a publishing company. And then the publishing company, when they say make these changes, you make the changes. No, you create whatever it is you're going to create, how you're meant to create it. It's going to be so different that no one is going to be able to copy it. Okay? I feel as if you have done so much healing, and Source is saying it's time to get from inside for a little bit and to put it outside, okay? So go back to that dark period where you really felt like we got the Queen of Diamonds and the Ace of Diamonds. Okay. So here it says new from Y books. I'm gonna show you the card. The one book is called Teach Yourself to Eat Canned Oysters in 30 Days. You're the Queen of Pentacles because you know how to make struggle look good. Okay. Others turn ugly when they in struggle. You know how to make struggle look like wow. Here's one. How to live on 1 hour of sleep per night. Somebody may not be able to do that. How can they do that? Okay. Another one. You too can wear painful shoes. What if you had an experience where you didn't have the shoes that you could fit, and you had to walk around, the day in shoes that you couldn't fit, and when you finally got home, was able to take your shoes off, your feet hurt like hell. Okay. Then you got another book, Learn to Train Squirrels for Fun and Profit. So I feel like you're going to find something from all this, like all these very difficult times of poverty. If you ever had trouble sleeping, like nightmares, how'd you get through a very difficult period with difficult people? You're going to find something simple and fun that you love doing that helps you be able to alchemize the energy. Because just because you got all these new beginnings don't mean, difficult times go away. You just find better ways to deal with it. And people will look at you like, you always have all the answers. No, I'm just learning how to walk in my own destiny. That's what happens when you walk in destiny. You attract wealth. Okay. And you're going to know exactly how to keep your wealth for you and your legacy. However, what I'm picking up with this last book, Learn to Train Squirrels for Fun and Profit, you're going to find something that you love doing. And it's going to help you deal with, not being able to have a little bit of money here and there, okay? It's gonna help you deal with psychic attacks. It's gonna help you deal with having to deal with the day-to-day mundane task, okay? And with Ace of Diamonds here, you're gonna have people looking at you as an opportunity. They may not come out and say how they really feel about you. They may not tell you that they're projecting things into you. But what I'm picking up is they're going to try to create opportunities to get close to you, to sabotage you. So anything that is going to have you back in a situation where you have to heal again, don't do it. Okay? It ain't worth it. Your worth is so much more valuable, pal, too. You know what I'm saying? You're led to go to another pile. Go to another pile, okay? We got 4 of clubs, 6 of hearts, and 2 of wands. And this is a very good way to end this reading, okay? With 6 of hearts here, the gentlemen are saying the editor who turned down the first Harry Potter book. Say hello to the publisher who took a pass on Stephen King. So anyone from your past who basically missed an opportunity with you is going to highly regret trying to stop this this beautiful venture. You know, they're going to look at you like, maybe I should have been a little bit more meaner. They wouldn't have done it. You know, wouldn't have made it, no. But what I'm picking up here is 6 of hearts. There's going to be a lot of people in regret because they missed an opportunity with you. Also, you are going to, you know, be in a high vibrational relationship with someone who is at your energetic level, okay? When I say someone who's at your energetic level, it ain't just gonna be someone with money, because there's people with money and they beating the hell out of their wives, okay? They psychologically abusing their wives, and they keep their wives' mouth shut with nice things, okay? You may see some women walk out with $50,000 purses and they getting their ass beat on a daily basis, all right? Okay, don't let money fool you. You're gonna be in a high vibrational relationship where you can't afford the things that you like, but at the end of the day, this is gonna be a very spiritual, divine union. Okay, and with this 4 of wands here, there's a young man reading a book called The Little Tibetan Book of the Dead. And then we got the 2 of clubs here. There's the one with a sign saying the sequel's coming. I feel you got a lot of people trying to do death magic on you guys, because you expose, like, you creating this new thing is going to put an end to them. And who is going to expose is somebody from your past. 2 of hearts, okay? This says when those damn graphic novels started coming out, that's when it all went downhill. You got some superheroes who failed to evolve, okay? So they turn to addictions, okay? So there's some people, some love interests you left behind who failed to evolve with you, okay? With this Ace of Clubs here, he leaves the new syndic lying around, but he's never actually read it. So these people are, this picture showing me, these people are in high regret. They're speaking about your name ill, because they're just thinking about every moment they had with you that they're like they can't get back. And the things that they loved about you, they're now talking down about it, like, ugh, I can't stand pal too. And then with the 7 of hearts here, somebody says, how's the new hip? These people are like looking at the fact that you have all these opportunities, not understanding that there's a certain level of spiritual awareness that's required to attract these opportunities, okay? Because if the people from your past was attracting opportunities you was attracting, they would be dead by now. However, there with this 4 of clubs, there with the little book of the little Tibetan book of the dead, and the fact this little boy is reading it, this tells me that these people will be experiencing a soul death. Now, what happens when your soul dies? You know, you experience physical death. So do not fret about these people that's, you know, wishing ill will on you. Basically, how they want you to go out, how they gonna go out. And I think that's it for pile 2, but you should definitely go to another pile. All right. Hey, pile 3, thank you for being here. I'm glad to have you guys here. Let's look into what's your blind spot. There's sea salt, these pistachios. And I love sea salt. Helps me connect to the ocean. All right, so beautiful pile 3. We got King of Spades, supported by 3 of Spades, supported by 9 of Clubs, supported by Jack of Clubs. So get up into this thing. That's some good things. Hold on, I got you. So what I'm picking up here, is you holding back because you're afraid of the past repeating itself. Like, honestly, you've overcome the worst. You've been asked to take this chance. This King of Spades, I'll show you the picture. There's a picture, Cold Comfort Books. What stood out to me, what's the worst that can happen? You know, there's 3 people up here. So if anything, what I'm picking up here is you should go take that chance you're being blessed with. And the people that is, you know, concerned and worried about what's going to happen, let them be worried and concerned. That's their energy. That's not your energy. Find ways to healthy ways, of course, and be honest about addictions if you have any, stuff like that, you know, to be honest with yourself. Why am I worried about the worst happening? And maybe, you know, I'm not downplaying anything you've experienced. If it hurt you bad, it hurt you. But you gotta be honest about that hurt. Because of this 3 of Spades here, you experienced a lot of grief. You experienced a lot of trauma. And a lot of it's coming up to be healed right now. It's coming up in a time where you're very calm, cool, and collected. No one would ever know you got this amount of trauma within you. And with this 9 of, I didn't show you, okay, I showed it. It's a pretty picture too. What does Knight of Wands here? You're protected so that you can be healing while you're, going about doing your everyday regular tasks and things like that. It's not gonna be on some stuff where spirit's gonna be like, go out and but we're gonna send some people to test you. No, you're protected on this healing journey, okay? With the 9 of clubs, really, you may feel as if the past has won over you. No, they literally have set their asses down, and all they doing is evil eyeing the shit out of you, pals. 3. Okay. And the ringleader who set it all up is just sitting just in great deep regret about, I wish I still had pal 3. So you may have, went to some readings. What does your past want? Blase, blase. What does your past want to do to you? Okay. Literally your past is sitting their ass down. They're being forced to sit their asses down, and all they doing is evil eyeing the shit out of you right now. Okay? Literally, they're being forced to sit their asses down. They're losing so much. Okay? But I feel what's playing in your head right now is that they're still trying to get me. With this Jack of Clubs, these people, when they first attacked you, they hunted you like Moby Dick, okay? We're going to keep it 100 here. They hunted you like Moby Dick. Yes, these people may be looking and watching, but they are worn the fuck out. This is what you don't know, but I mean, you didn't know, but now you know. You remember them from a place where they were hunting you like a young man who just discovered his first orgasm. Okay. Okay. So, and I don't think you realize how far you got away from these people. Energetically, they can't find you. Like they can't get to you. But what I would say with this Jack of Clubs energy, keep creating safe ways to hide yourself from them energetically. And because they're stalking you. When I say they stalking you, some could be stalking you energetically. But when you definitely get well known, they're gonna be definitely stalking you energetically. They're not gonna have resources to find you physically. No, they're not gonna have access to it. Okay. We have Ace of Hearts. We have Queen of Clubs and 7 of Clubs. Okay. So I'm gonna show you the picture. Oh yeah, all right. I know. Yeah, you definitely from another pile. I understand. Yeah, you from another pile, baby. You gonna see. We got Ace of Hearts, Queen of Clubs, 8 of Spades, and 7 of Clubs. So what this is telling me, the thing that you're afraid of, that you should create about, is love. Love is trying to find you. You've been asked to open your heart. Love is literally knocking on your door. I feel like you're afraid of getting hurt again. Well, what's the worst that can happen? That makes sense. No, you're protected from toxic relationships. Love is knocking on your door. But I feel like you focus now on building your empire, out of fear of being hurt again. That's deep. I feel like you're about to get some messages that's about to change your life, pile 3. Ace of diamonds. An ace of spades. So what I'm feeling like, people who are going above and beyond to sabotage you, trying to one-up you and steal opportunities from you, they can't deny you are the truth anymore. They got a lot to lose. They got a lot to lose. They got a lot to lose. In fact, that's why I was picking up. You was thinking possibly the past was still doing the smear campaign the way they was doing it. The past is literally trying to walk away from whatever it is. They're trying to, like, you see this man right here? They're trying to walk by as if, I don't know what Power 3 is talking about. I have nothing to do with that. Whatever they were saying about you, they ain't saying it no more. They basically trying to expunge records of, you know, anything they did to harm you. Because whatever it is you that's coming towards you fast, stardom, you're going to be seen for who you really are. We got the Queen of Hearts and 8 of Clubs. You about to really be seen for who you are. That's why it's important for you to have those boundaries. You want your boundaries to not be so much to the point where you're not where you're missing out on love, but where people know I can't just run up to you and touch you and run off and say, I touched Power 3. You know? People crazy like that. We have 5 of spades and theme playing cards. So whatever it is that has you afraid to open your heart, you got the 5 of hearts here too. Take it easy. Heal at your pace. Create at your pace. Creating this is going to allow you to open your heart chakra so that you can receive the love that God has for you. We got Ace of Wands, Clubs, and 2 of Hearts. This is a love where it is not ruled by lust. And that definitely flipped out. So you've been asked to just, find a way to create. We have the Joker. He says, I'm sorry, ma'am, but you have to put your dust jacket back on. This is someone who's sexually attracted to her. And basically, he doesn't want to say he's sexually attracted to her and he feels insecure and he's not worthy of her. He's downplaying her. We got the 5 of spades. This is a person, I'm picking up somebody from your past, really loved you and they fucked it up by basically fucking with your self-esteem, fucking with your mental. They wanted to alter your psyche so you could chase after them. There was a jerk to you. 5 of diamonds, sarcasm. They was always sarcastic to you, so you could always feel insecure. They were afraid of you actually getting what you deserve. However, I can't make this shit up. Ace of spades. Be yourself. You may still be seeing yourself from a perspective where others saw you. However, look at yourself from a different perspective. He says here, the end of printed matter is near. You're being asked to let your passion for what it is you love doing shine through instead of allowing the pain of the past to have you speaking from a place of anger and resentment. Passion. Whatever it is you are truthful about, be passion filled with it. This is going to attract your soul tribe. 10 of hearts. You're going to attract somebody who has virtue, not somebody who's willing to compromise a relationship with you. And this is in the works. Okay? Either with this book says meet the author, either you are preparing to meet someone, or they're preparing to meet you. This is beautiful. Pile 3, this is freaking beautiful. I'm enjoying this. You know, I love high vibrational readings like this. Go at your pace to create your product. Okay? We got the Queen of Diamonds. Get your rest. You know, you get your rest in between creating, okay? 3 of Hearts. This somebody that you can be weird as shit with, that's gonna be your friend, and y'all can play role play, okay? Once again, we got the 10 of Hearts here. But what I'm picking up here, this couple look like they done lost the flame. This somebody that's coming into your life where you could literally act like y'all are a couple that's old and fed up with life. And then all of a sudden you discovered your sex life back, like some how Stella got her groove back shit. Okay. This person got a good sense of humor. Once again, we got the Queen of Diamonds. Okay. Whoever has been trying to be you and doing magic on you is now getting bullied. This 3 of Clubs here tells me about magic. The magic's backfiring on them because this person, this book, basically boomerang that person through the couch. And this 2 of Clubs, 2 of Diamonds, forgive me. Whoever was bullying you is now getting bullied by people that they use to get help gang stalk you. Those people basically taking their anger out on and 2 of Clubs came up here. They're taking their anger out on the person that convinced them to gang stalk you. They don't want you to know this. These people trying to act like I'm still bullying you, but really these people indirectly crying out for your help. Please help me. I'm getting bullied like you. How did you get through it? You still look great. See, these people being forced to sit the fuck down. These people have been forced to sit the fuck down because people connected to them is saying, look, bro, with this Jack of Diamonds, not Jack of Diamonds, this Jack of Spades, if you keep fucking around, everybody gonna get caught. Get your shit together. The same people that was helping this person who was gang stalking you, Pile 3, they at first was like, yeah, bro, go do your thing. Fuck up Pile 3. I can't stand Pile 3 ass anyway. But now, because a lot is at play for a lot of people, this person is in the shock of their life because it's like, you said I could do it and it was okay. No, it's not okay. Okay? So people who are in positions of authority allow this person to get away with a whole bunch of fuck shit. And now because they have a lot to lose right now, they're like, okay, you know what? Get your shit together. We all have a lot to lose. But because they do not know how sneaky the person is that you walked away, this person, to save their own ass, they're going to basically try to make it seem as if, well, it was their idea. They set me up so I could take the fall for what they did, and it's gonna work. So basically, everybody involved going down, because the person that used to bully the shit out of you you know, really just used to bully the shit out of you has been forced to sit down. And there's two clubs here. The sequel is coming. It's telling this part of your chapter, like the you basically close out a very toxic cycle. Now I feel you may have thought to close this cycle out, you had to do something here, you had to do something there. No. You literally just closed a cycle out and you're being asked to focus on creating. Whatever broke your heart, use that to fuel your creation. Put something out so that the world, anybody who is interested in healing the same thing that you heal from, they'll be able to use what you have and heal from it. Like, I'll be honest with you. I found this deck of cards and I've been wanting it for the longest. And I finally was blessed with it. And whenever it's like I'm using these cards, I'm like, wow, this is such a beautiful deck. I'm so grateful to be blessed with this deck of cards because it has changed my life. Okay. So basically, to sum up your reading, we have the 9 of Diamonds. Create. However, somebody wrote a book here, okay? Create in privacy. You're gonna be, if you don't have your own place, you're gonna be moving soon to be able to create, okay? We have the 9 of Spades, and I'm gonna show you the picture, but I feel as if you are like, you could have been looked at as the student who was the bad student, and you know, while other people were, you know, listening to the teacher say, please turn now to Judy's mirror in your copy of Pat the Bunny. Your teacher was trying to have everybody be sheep heads and shit. And you were the one who was like, I'm curious, what's going on? You probably was the one who was playing and getting all the toys around. And people was basically judging you, looking at you like you was something that you're not. And now those same people that wanted to appear like they was the good, happy, good, you know, good kids, they're like, shit, I wish I had just played and had some goddamn fun. And maybe for a while you felt like you didn't fit in, but you weren't ever meant to fit in, pal 3. So go ahead and make something that is gonna help waking somebody else up from a deep sleep.